Hey everyone, welcome back to SwitchTop. I'm super excited to share with you the 10 best strategy games you can play on your Nintendo Switch right now. These games will make you think, plan, and sometimes pull your hair out, but in the best way possible. Whether you're new to strategy games or a seasoned commander, this list has something for everyone. Let's jump right in. Shogun Showdown is a unique puzzle strategy game that puts you in the shoes of a wandering samurai seeking revenge. The story follows your quest to defeat the shogun who destroyed your village, but the real hook is the gameplay. Instead of real-time combat, everything happens on a grid where you have to predict enemy movements and plan your attacks carefully. Each enemy has a specific attack pattern, and you need to position yourself to strike while avoiding their attacks. The game uses a turn-based system where you move one space at a time, and enemies telegraph their moves so you can plan ahead. What makes it special is how it combines chess-like thinking with samurai combat. You'll collect different weapons and abilities as you progress, each changing your strategy. The pixel art style is gorgeous and the difficulty ramps up nicely. It's perfect for quick sessions, but deep enough to keep you coming back. Live Alive is a legendary RPG that finally got its English release on Switch. The game tells multiple stories across different time periods, from prehistoric times to the distant future, with each chapter having its own gameplay style. You'll play as a caveman learning to hunt, a ninja infiltrating a castle, a gunslinger in the Wild West, and more. What's brilliant is how each time period has different mechanics. The prehistoric chapter has no dialogue, the ninja chapter focuses on stealth, and the mecha chapter plays like a giant robot battle. The combat system is grid-based strategy where positioning matters as much as your attacks. You move your characters around a battlefield, and different attacks have different ranges and areas of effect. The stories are all connected in ways I won't spoil, but they come together in an epic final chapter. The remake features beautiful HD 2D graphics that make the sprite work pop off the screen. Each chapter is short enough to finish in one sitting, making it perfect for the Switch's portable nature.
Sorry.
The 100-Line Last Defense Academy is a tower defense game with a dark twist. You play as students at a military academy where something terrible has happened. The school is under attack by mysterious creatures and you're the last line of defense. The story gets pretty intense as you uncover what's really going on, but I won't spoil the surprises. The gameplay mixes tower defense with visual novel elements. You'll place different types of defensive units along paths to stop waves of enemies from reaching your base. Each unit has different abilities. Some are good against flying enemies, others excel at crowd control. Between battles, you'll talk to your fellow students and teachers, making choices that affect the story. The strategy comes from managing your resources, upgrading your units, and figuring out the best placement for each wave. The game has multiple difficulty levels, so newcomers can enjoy the story, while strategy veterans can face serious challenges. The anime-style art and voice acting really bring the characters to life, making you care about protecting the school.
でも仕方ないでしょ。それがこの学園のリアルなんだから。命も倫理も投げ打って、何としてでも100日間この学園を守り抜く。それが私たちの
Tactics Ogre Reborn is a complete remake of one of the greatest tactical RPGs ever made. The story is set in a war-torn kingdom where you play as a young man caught up in a civil war with no clear good guys or bad guys. Your choices throughout the game affect which path the story takes, and there are multiple endings depending on your decisions. The gameplay is classic grid-based tactical combat where you move your units around a battlefield and use terrain to your advantage. High ground gives you better accuracy, and you can knock enemies off cliffs for massive damage. What makes it special is the job system. Your characters can change classes and learn new abilities, letting you customize your army however you want. The Reborn version adds quality of life improvements like faster battles and better UI, making it more accessible than the original. The story deals with heavy themes like war, politics, and moral choices, with excellent voice acting bringing the characters to life. Battles can take 30 to 60 minutes each, so it's perfect for long gaming sessions when you want something deep and engaging.
Are you all right, Denon? You shouldn't let Vice get...
SteamWorld Heist II brings back the robot pirates in a sequel that improves on the original in every way. You play as Captain Quincy and her crew of steam-powered robots sailing the seas in search of adventure and treasure. The story has the crew investigating mysterious water that's turning robots hostile, leading to an adventure across tropical islands. The gameplay is side-scrolling tactical combat where you aim your shots manually instead of relying on hit percentages. You move your robots around cover, line up shots, and can even ricochet bullets off walls to hit enemies behind obstacles. It's incredibly satisfying when you pull off a perfect trick shot. Each robot has different weapons and abilities, from shotguns for close combat to sniper rifles for long-range attacks. The new ship customization lets you upgrade your vessel with different parts that affect gameplay. Water levels add a new dimension where you can dive underwater to find secrets and alternate routes. The hand-drawn art style is charming, and the soundtrack by steam-powered Giraffe is absolutely fantastic. It's accessible enough for newcomers, but has enough depth to keep strategy fans engaged. Wargroove is a love letter to classic strategy games like Advance Wars, but with fantasy units instead of modern military. You play as young Queen Mercia, whose kingdom is invaded by an undead army, forcing her to flee and gather allies to reclaim her throne. The story follows her journey across different kingdoms, each with unique units and commanders. The gameplay is turn-based strategy, where you move units across grid-based maps to capture buildings and defeat enemies. What makes it special is the commander system. Each leader has unique abilities that can turn the tide of battle. Mercia can heal nearby units, while other commanders might boost attack power or summon magical creatures. The campaign teaches you the basics, but the real depth comes from multiplayer battles and the amazing level editor. You can create your own campaigns and share them online, with thousands of user-created maps available. The pixel art is gorgeous, and each faction has distinct units with their own strengths and weaknesses. The game strikes a perfect balance between accessibility and depth, making it great for newcomers while still offering plenty of challenge for veterans. Advance Wars 1+2 brings two Nintendo classics to a new generation, with updated graphics and modern quality of life improvements. The story follows different commanding officers as they fight against an invading army led by the mysterious Black Hole forces. Each campaign has you playing as different COs, each with unique personality and special abilities. The gameplay is pure turn-based strategy, where you build units, capture cities for income, and battle across diverse terrain. Different unit types have advantages against others. Tanks beat infantry, but infantry can capture buildings that tanks can't. Weather affects movement and vision, and terrain provides different defensive bonuses. What makes it special is how each commanding officer has different strengths. Some boost infantry power, others make vehicles stronger, and some specialize in air units. The campaigns are perfectly designed to teach you new strategies while ramping up the challenge. The new art style is colorful and charming, making the battles feel more like animated cartoons and serious war games. Both games include their original campaigns plus new content, giving you tons of strategic battles to enjoy. Fire Emblem Three Houses combines tactical RPG combat with a school simulator and one of the series' most ambitious entries. You play as a professor at a military academy where you choose to teach one of 3 houses, each representing different kingdoms. The students you teach become your army, and the choices you make affect which path the story takes. The game is split between academy life and tactical battles. During school sections, you'll teach students, build relationships, and explore the monastery. These activities affect your students' growth and abilities in battle. The tactical combat is classic Fire Emblem. You move units across grid-based battlefields where positioning and unit matchups matter. New additions include battalion units that provide support and the ability to rewind time if you make mistakes. The weapon triangle system has been simplified, making it easier for newcomers to understand. What makes it special is how the story changes dramatically based on which house you choose, with each path offering a completely different perspective on the war. The characters are well developed and the voice acting is excellent, with With multiple paths and tons of content, you'll easily spend 200 plus hours uncovering all the game's secrets.
Is that all?
Triangle Strategy delivers a mature political drama wrapped in gorgeous HD 2D graphics. The story follows Prince Serenoa as his kingdom gets caught up in a war over salt and iron resources. What starts as a simple resource conflict evolves into a complex tale of politics, betrayal, and difficult moral choices. The gameplay features two main components: exploration and tactical battles. During exploration, you'll gather information and make choices that affect the story's direction. The unique voting system lets your party members debate major decisions, and you need to convince them to support your preferred choice. The tactical battles take place on grid-based maps, where elevation, elemental attacks, and positioning all matter. Each character has unique abilities, and you can combine elements for powerful effects. Freeze water to create ice walls, or electrify puddles to damage enemies. The HD 2D art style makes everything look like a living painting, with beautiful lighting and particle effects. The story deals with heavy themes like war, resource scarcity, and political manipulation, making it feel more mature than most strategy games. Multiple endings based on your choices give it great replay value. Unicorn Overlord is the ultimate strategy game on Nintendo Switch, combining real-time tactical combat with deep army management. The story follows Prince Elaine as he fights to reclaim his kingdom from the evil Zenaran Empire. After escaping execution, you must gather allies and build an army to take back what's rightfully yours. The gameplay is unlike anything else. You deploy units across large battlefields, but once they engage enemies, combat happens automatically based on the tactics you've set up beforehand. You create formations, assign abilities, and set conditions for when units should use special attacks. It's like being a real military commander, focusing on strategy rather than micromanaging every attack. The customization is incredible. You can recruit dozens of different unit types, each with unique abilities and upgrade paths. The presentation is stunning, with hand-drawn sprites and animations that look like they belong in a high-budget anime. Voice acting is top-notch, and the orchestral soundtrack makes every battle feel epic. What sets it apart is how it balances complexity with accessibility. Newcomers can use auto tactics, while veterans can dive deep into formation strategies. With over 60 hours of content and multiple difficulty levels, it's the definitive strategy experience on Switch.
Does this suit you?
Witness the royal blade!
And there you have it, the 10 best strategy games on Nintendo Switch. From quick puzzle battles to epic 100-hour campaigns, there's something here for every type of strategy fan. Each of these games offers something unique, whether it's innovative mechanics, compelling stories, or just pure strategic fun. What's your favorite strategy game on Switch? Did I miss any hidden gems? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more Nintendo Switch content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.